The Nintendo Switch has quietly become a paradise for platformer fans. From modern Metroidvanias and cinematic story-driven adventures to retro throwbacks and fast-paced precision challenges, the system delivers an unmatched variety of worlds to jump, slash, glide, and explore through. This collection of 40 platformers highlights the very best the Switch has to offer. Some are emotional journeys that stay with you long after the credits roll. Let's get started.
American Arcadia is a cinematic puzzle platformer set inside a retro-futuristic city, where every citizen unknowingly stars in a massive reality show. You play as Trevor, an ordinary man whose life is suddenly in danger when his popularity drops, and the show's producers decide to eliminate him for good. What follows is a tense escape thriller where side-scrolling platforming sequences blend with stealth, environmental puzzles, and moments of first-person hacking controlled by an ally on the outside. The game thrives on its constant shifts in perspective, its clever use of surveillance as a gameplay mechanic, and its seamless storytelling that mirrors films like The Truman Show. With polished visuals, dramatic pacing, and a smart mix of action and problem-solving, American Arcadia delivers a gripping adventure built around the fight for freedom in a world obsessed with entertainment. Flynn, Son of Crimson is a vibrant 2D action platformer that blends classic retro charm with modern responsiveness. You play as Flynn, a young hero destined to protect his homeland of Rosantica from an encroaching corruption. The game's hand-drawn environments give every region its own personality, while combat feels sharp and satisfying thanks to Flynn's evolving Crimson abilities, which let him wield elemental powers, transform his weapons, and unleash high-impact special attacks. Exploration is tight and intentional, offering hidden paths, collectibles, and challenges without ever overwhelming the player. Boss battles stand out as major highlights, pushing you to master attack patterns and time your dodges precisely. With its smooth platforming, beautiful art direction, and heartfelt sense of adventure, Flynn, Son of Crimson delivers a polished and accessible action experience that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly modern. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound channels the fierce spirit of classic Ninja Gaiden while refining it with modern precision and style. This is a fast, demanding action platformer built around razor-sharp reflexes, tight combat loops, and expertly crafted enemy encounters. You play as a lone ninja battling through brutal stages filled with traps, deadly foes, and boss fights that push your timing and movement skills to the limit. The platforming is swift and fluid, encouraging mastery of wall runs, air dashes, and precise jumps as you weave through dangerous environments. Combat is just as important, rewarding aggressive but calculated play with satisfying combos and quick takedowns. The game's visual style blends gritty modern aesthetics with classic arcade energy, creating an intense atmosphere that keeps you locked in. Trine 5. A Clockwork Conspiracy brings the beloved fantasy trilogy back with some of the most polished puzzle platforming the series has ever offered. You switch between three heroes, the wizard Amadeus, the thief Zoya, and the knight Pontius, each with unique abilities that combine to solve intricate physics-based puzzles and traverse imaginative environments. The game's world is rich with fairy tale charm, painted in lush colors and stunning detail, making every level feel like a living storybook. Its puzzles are cleverly constructed, encouraging experimentation and creative problem-solving as you manipulate objects, swing across gaps, deflect danger, and fight clockwork enemies threatening the kingdom. Co-op play enhances the experience even further, allowing players to coordinate solutions and approach challenges in inventive ways. With enchanting visuals, dynamic level design, and the series' signature blend of combat and intellect, Trine 5 stands out as one of the most polished and magical platformers available on the Switch. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown revitalizes the iconic series with a fast, fluid, and stylish side-scrolling adventure that blends tight platforming with sharp, combo-driven combat. You play as Sargon, a young warrior whose agility, wall-running skills, and time-manipulating abilities allow you to traverse some of the most intricately designed environments in modern Metroidvania gaming. The world is expansive yet thoughtfully interconnected, filled with secrets, puzzle rooms, hidden upgrades, and memorable boss encounters that test both your movement and reaction skills. Combat feels smooth and energetic, rewarding precise dodges, quick strikes, and clever use of time powers to turn the tide against formidable enemies. The game's visual style mixes mythic Persian themes with bold, modern stylization, creating a distinct atmosphere that sets it apart.
I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
They Always Run is a stylish sci-fi action platformer that puts you in the role of Gaiden, a three-armed mutant bounty hunter navigating a gritty galactic underworld. The game blends fast, acrobatic platforming with brutal, combo-heavy combat, letting you slash, shoot, and grapple through criminal dens, deserts, and neon-soaked cities. Gaiden's extra arm isn't just a visual hook, it adds a unique twist to gameplay, allowing multi-directional attacks, simultaneous grabs, and dynamic movement options that set the combat apart from other 2D action titles. The game's world is rich with atmosphere, full of political intrigue, betrayal, and morally ambiguous characters who shape Gaiden's journey. Levels are densely packed with enemies, environmental hazards, and small platforming challenges that reward aggressive, stylish play. With its sharp pixel art, cinematic flair, and satisfying blend of exploration and high-impact fights, They Always Run stands out as a bold and uncompromising entry in the Switch's platformer lineup. Spidersaurs is a loud, colorful, Saturday morning cartoon-style run-and-gun platformer created by WayForward, the studio known for Contra 4 and Shantae. The game imagines a world where genetically engineered dinosaur spider hybrids escape from a secret lab, leaving humanity in chaos. You play as one of two unlikely heroes, blasting through hordes of wild, mutated creatures across frantic levels filled with hazards, explosions, and screen-shaking boss fights. Each weapon upgrade dramatically changes your attack style, offering everything from spread shots to laser beams, giving you a playful sense of variety as you tear through enemies. The platforming stays energetic and fast-paced, demanding quick reflexes while still maintaining a fun, approachable arcade feel. With exaggerated animation, campy humor, over-the-top action, and infectious cartoon flair, Spidersaurs delivers a nostalgic thrill ride that balances challenge and personality in true WayForward fashion. Teslagrad Remastered is a beautifully atmospheric puzzle platformer built around the clever use of magnetism and electricity. You play as a young boy fleeing from authoritarian forces and venturing deep into a mysterious tower filled with ancient technology. The game never uses dialogue, instead telling its story entirely through visuals, environmental clues, and expressive animation. Its puzzles revolve around magnetic polarity, teleportation devices, and momentum-based mechanics that grow increasingly complex as you ascend the tower. Every room feels handmade, challenging you to observe, experiment, and think creatively rather than rely on combat. The remastered edition enhances the original with sharper visuals, smoother controls, and improved performance, making the already striking art and moody soundtrack even more immersive. Tales of Kenzera, ZAU, is an emotionally rich action platformer that blends fast, rhythmic combat with heartfelt storytelling rooted in Bantu mythology. You play as Zhao, a young shaman on a journey through the spirit world to bargain with the god of death and bring back someone he has lost. The game's platforming emphasizes smooth movement, elemental abilities, and quick transitions between traversal and combat. Zhao wields two distinct masks, the Sun Mask for aggressive, fiery attacks, and the Moon Mask for agile, frost-based techniques, which you swap between fluidly to chain combos, break enemy defenses, and navigate environmental challenges. The world is vibrant and mystical, painted with bold colors and expressive character designs that reflect both wonder and sorrow. Contra. Operation Galuga is a modern reimagining of the classic run-and-gun shooter that defined an entire genre. It captures the explosive spirit of the original Contra while enhancing everything with updated controls, smoother movement, and dynamic stage design. You play as elite commandos battling an alien threat across jungle bases, mechanical fortresses, and high-octane set pieces packed with non-stop action. Weapon power-ups return in full force, letting you dual-wield shotguns, lasers, spread shots, and new variants that can be fused, stacked, or modified in real time. Each level escalates in intensity, leading to massive boss fights that fill the screen with bullets and force you to master dodging, aiming, and timing under pressure. The game blends nostalgia with modern accessibility, offering multiple difficulty settings, co-op play, and refined mechanics that make the action fast, chaotic, and endlessly replayable. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD brings the beloved Wii classic to the Switch, with enhanced visuals, smoother performance, and all the tight, exhilarating platforming that made it a standout in the series. The game follows Donkey Kong and Diddy as they battle the Tiki Tak tribe, who have hypnotized the island's wildlife and stolen their precious bananas. What sets this entry apart is its brilliantly crafted level design. Every stage is filled with dynamic set pieces, shifting terrain, hidden secrets, and rhythmically timed obstacles that keep the action constantly fresh. The game emphasizes precision platforming, demanding sharp reflexes as you roll, jump, ground pound, and rocket through imaginative environments ranging from volcanoes and beaches to minecarts and silhouette-themed jungles. Its boss encounters are creative and challenging, pushing you to learn patterns and maintain calm under pressure. Foregone is a fast, stylish action platformer that blends rapid combat with smooth traversal and a sleek, futuristic aesthetic. You play as the Arbiter, a powerful super soldier tasked with stopping a devastating force known as the Harrow. The game emphasizes precision and momentum, giving you a wide arsenal of melee and ranged weapons that can be swapped on the fly, allowing you to dash through enemies, juggle them midair, and unleash devastating finishing blows. Its levels are beautifully rendered in high-resolution pixel art, filled with tight corridors, vertical climbs, hidden routes, and intense enemy encounters that encourage aggressive but controlled play. Loot and customization elements let you refine your build, boosting skills and unlocking new techniques that keep the action evolving. Boss battles are striking and memorable, pushing your mastery of movement and weapons to the limit. With its crisp gameplay, stunning animations, and satisfying sense of flow, Foregone offers a modern, combat-heavy twist on the classic platformer formula. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is a joyful, polished platformer that captures the pure charm and creativity of the Kirby series at its best. The adventure begins when an alien named Magolor crash lands on planet Popstar, prompting Kirby and friends to help him recover the missing parts of his ship. The game's platforming is smooth and welcoming, offering responsive controls and imaginative level design that remains engaging without being overly challenging. Kirby's signature copy abilities return in full force, letting you inhale enemies and gain powers such as Sword, Fire, Ninja, and the screen-shaking super abilities that temporarily grant massive, over-the-top attacks. The art direction is bright, colorful, and expressive, and the stages are filled with secrets, collectible energy spheres, hidden rooms, and fun surprises that reward exploration. Rayman Legends is one of the most imaginative and finely crafted platformers ever created, delivering a non-stop parade of creativity, precision, and pure fun. Every level feels like its own artistic showcase, filled with vibrant hand-drawn visuals, clever stage mechanics, and rhythmic pacing that keeps the experience constantly surprising. You guide Rayman and his friends across beautifully animated worlds, gliding, wall running, and punching your way through enemies and obstacles that blend platforming, timing, and exploration into a seamless flow. The game is packed with secrets, hidden rooms, collectible teensies, and optional challenge stages that reward players who master its mechanics. Its musical levels are a standout feature, synchronizing your movements with dynamic soundtracks in exhilarating sequences that are equal parts challenge and spectacle. Aegis Defenders is a unique blend of platforming exploration and strategic tower defense gameplay, creating a hybrid experience unlike anything else on the Switch. You follow a team of ruin hunters searching for a legendary weapon called the Aegis, journeying through ancient temples, bustling towns, and forgotten landscapes filled with puzzles and hostile creatures. The platforming sections focus on cooperation and character switching, as each hero has specialized abilities, ranged attacks, engineering tools, traps, or heavy weaponry that must be combined to solve environmental challenges and access hidden pathways. When the action shifts into tower defense mode, the game transforms into a tactical battlefield where enemies attack in waves. You build structures, deploy traps, and position your characters strategically to protect the Aegis and control the flow of combat.
Mark of the Ninja Remastered is a stealth-focused 2D action game where you play as a highly trained ninja navigating rooftops, corridors, and guarded compounds. The core of the experience is using shadows, silence, and distraction to outsmart enemies rather than overpower them. You have tools like darts, noisemakers, smoke, and traps that let you manipulate patrols or bypass them entirely. Every move matters. Running makes noise, light exposes you, and alarms bring reinforcements. The game rewards careful observation, planning routes, and executing clean, unseen infiltrations. The remastered version maintains the original's fluid animation and sharp level design while improving visual resolution, audio clarity, and overall presentation. Player choice is central. You can be a ghost who leaves no trace, or a precise assassin eliminating threats one by one. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is a fast, fluid, and emotional Metroidvania adventure that follows Ori as they journey through a vibrant but troubled forest. The world is hand-painted and full of sweeping vistas, hidden caverns, and bioluminescent wildlife, creating an atmosphere that balances beauty with danger. The movement is one of the game's standout qualities. Ori can dash, glide, bounce off projectiles, and chain maneuvers together to traverse environments with speed and grace. As you progress, you unlock new abilities and combat skills that open previously inaccessible areas, encouraging exploration and backtracking to discover secrets, side paths, and optional challenges. The story focuses on loss, friendship, and the instinct to protect those you care about. It introduces new characters, including a vulnerable owlet, whose fate becomes central to the journey. Frontier Hunter Erza's Wheel of Fortune is a side-scrolling action RPG that follows Erza, a confident and skilled monster hunter traveling through unexplored regions filled with strange creatures, ruins, and ancient technology. The tone mixes fantasy with light steampunk touches, giving each area its own atmosphere and enemy ecosystem. You can switch between multiple characters during combat, combining their strengths for combos, crowd control, and boss strategies. Erza specializes in aggressive melee strikes, while her companions bring ranged attacks, magic, or supportive abilities. Battles are flashy and fast-paced, with big enemy tells, dodge timing, and special arts that reward precision. Exploration plays a major role. Levels hide shortcuts, optional rooms, puzzles, crafting materials, and equipment upgrades. Metroid Dread is a tense sci-fi action-adventure that follows Samus Aran as she explores the planet ZDR after receiving reports that the long-believed extinct parasites may have resurfaced. The game combines classic Metroid exploration with modern intensity, creating a constant feeling of being hunted and outmatched. The most defining feature is the presence of EMMI units, advanced robotic pursuers that patrol specific zones. Entering their territory turns exploration into a high-pressure chase sequence, where you must move silently, evade detection, and use every escape route available. If caught, survival depends on a perfectly timed counter, making encounters extremely suspenseful. Movement is fast and responsive. Samus slides, vaults, counterattacks, and uses a growing list of upgrades, such as the Speed Booster, Grapple Beam, and Morph Ball. Europa is a peaceful, exploration-driven adventure set on a terraformed version of Jupiter's moon. You play as a young robot named Z, who embarks on a journey across floating islands, abandoned structures, and lush landscapes shaped by an ancient, vanished civilization. Movement feels light and graceful. Z can glide, run, and climb with ease, making traversal a key part of the experience. Rather than focusing on combat, the game encourages curiosity. You uncover stories by investigating ruins, solving gentle environmental puzzles, and piecing together messages left behind by the creators of this world. The tone is reflective and calm. Soft lighting, serene vistas, and a sense of quiet history give the world a dreamlike quality. As you explore, you uncover clues about a technological utopia that rose and fell long before your journey began. Yoshi's Crafted World is a lighthearted platformer set in a universe built entirely from arts and crafts materials. Cardboard tubes, felt, paper cutouts, stickers, buttons, and everyday household items repurposed into lively environments. The world looks handmade, as if assembled on a kitchen table, giving each stage a playful and imaginative charm. You guide Yoshi through side-scrolling levels that emphasize exploration over difficulty. While the main paths are straightforward, the real appeal comes from hunting for hidden collectibles, secret passages, and cleverly disguised objects tucked into the scenery. Each level can also be played in reverse, revealing the backside of the stage, where you see the cardboard supports, taped edges, and new secrets normally hidden from view. Gimmick 2 is a lovingly crafted sequel to the cult classic NES platformer, bringing back the charm, creativity, and deceptively deep mechanics that made the original a hidden gem. You once again play as Yumetaro, a small magical creature whose abilities revolve around generating and riding star projectiles. This signature mechanic is at the heart of the game's design, allowing for advanced movement techniques, high-level tricks, and clever solutions to environmental challenges. While approachable for newcomers, the game rewards mastery, offering shortcuts, secret routes, and collectibles that only skilled players will uncover. The world is whimsical and colorful, with beautifully animated environments and imaginative enemy designs that feel true to the retro spirit without ever feeling dated. Every level introduces new ideas, from puzzle-like sections to precision platforming gauntlets, keeping the experience fresh and dynamic. Blade Chimera is a stylish cyber fantasy action platformer that blends fast-paced combat with dark, atmospheric storytelling. You take on the role of Shin, a warrior bonded with a mysterious living sword known as the Lumina Blade. This weapon is more than just a tool. It evolves alongside you, gaining new abilities that reshape how you fight and how you traverse each environment. The game emphasizes fluid movement, allowing you to dash, slash, deflect, and chain aerial combos with satisfying speed and precision. Its world blends neon-soaked cyberpunk with occult themes, creating a striking visual contrast that sets the tone for a tale of corruption, memory, and transformation. Levels are filled with secrets, hidden upgrades, and branching paths that reward both exploration and mastery of your abilities. Ghost Song is a haunting, atmospheric action platformer set on the desolate moon of Lorien, where you awaken as a mysterious armor-clad figure with no memories and a powerful energy blast at your command. The game leans heavily into exploration, surrounding you with eerie caverns, glowing flora, and ancient technological ruins that hint at a tragic past. Platforming is smooth and deliberate, encouraging you to push deeper into dangerous territories where hostile creatures lurk in the darkness. Combat is built around managing energy, timing your shots, and engaging in close-quarter strikes that grow stronger the more you fire your ranged weapon. As you explore, you gain new upgrades, abilities, and suit enhancements that open access to previously unreachable areas, creating a classic Metroidvania loop driven by curiosity and discovery. Bladed Fury is a fast, graceful action platformer inspired by ancient Chinese mythology and traditional ink brush art. You play as Princess Ji, a warrior framed for a crime she didn't commit, who embarks on a quest for justice while battling both mortal enemies and supernatural beings. The combat is the heart of the experience, swift, fluid, and combo-driven, letting you chain slashes, launches, and evasive maneuvers with rhythmic precision. As you progress, you gain Soul Slivers, powerful spirit-based abilities borrowed from defeated bosses, which add tactical depth and spectacular visual flair to your moveset. The platforming sections are straightforward but stylish, guiding you through beautifully drawn environments that feel like moving paintings, each filled with cultural symbolism and rich atmosphere. Castle of Heart Retold is a revamped and refined version of the original action platformer, bringing smoother controls, updated visuals, and improved pacing to a game built around grit, determination, and dark fantasy atmosphere. You play as a cursed knight turned to stone, kept alive only by sheer willpower, as you battle through villages, forests, and monstrous strongholds to save your beloved. Because of the curse, your character gradually crumbles as you take damage, creating constant tension and forcing you to fight efficiently and keep moving forward. Combat is weighty and tactile, with a variety of weapons, swords, axes, throwing knives, and more, each offering different attack patterns and strategic advantages. The platforming mixes environmental hazards, traps, and vertical climbs that require careful timing and awareness. Crash Bandicoot 4: It's About Time is a wildly creative, high-energy platformer that brings the classic Crash formula into the modern era with astonishing polish and precision. You once again take control of Crash Coco and several new playable characters, as they race across time to stop the villainous duo of Neocortex and Entropy from collapsing the multiverse. The level design is the star of the show, delivering meticulously crafted platforming gauntlets filled with tight jumps, dangerous hazards, shifting landscapes, and inventive mechanics that push your reflexes to their limit. The quantum masks add a fresh layer of gameplay variety, letting you slow down time, flip gravity, phase objects in and out of reality, or harness powerful spins that change Cyber Shadow is a razor-sharp retro action platformer that channels the spirit of classic Ninja Gaiden while elevating it with modern fluidity, stylish boss fights, and rich cyber ninja world building. You play as Shadow, a lone warrior awakened in a dystopian future overrun by machines. Armed with your katana and slowly recovering ancient ninja techniques, you carve your way through massive industrial complexes, neon-lit ruins, biotech labs, and mechanized temples. The movement is precise and responsive, demanding mastery of jumping, wall sliding, attacking, and later abilities like air dashes, projectiles, and parries. Every upgrade expands your mobility and opens new tactical possibilities, giving the gameplay a steady sense of evolution while maintaining tight, old-school challenge. The enemies and bosses are memorably designed, each fight teaching new skills and testing your timing and patience. Afterimage is a beautifully hand-drawn Metroidvania that combines expansive exploration with fluid combat and a dreamlike sense of world-building. You play as Renee, a young girl who awakens in a ruined land filled with corrupted creatures, forgotten cities, and ancient guardians. The world is enormous and interconnected, filled with branching paths, hidden chambers, platforming challenges, and secrets that encourage constant backtracking and experimentation. The platforming feels agile and responsive, gradually expanding as you unlock movement abilities like double jumps, air dashes, swimming, and magical traversal skills that reshape how you navigate the environment. Combat is fast and flexible, offering a wide assortment of weapon types, swords, whips, spears, spellbooks, and more.
Renee, you were always the special one, granted with the gift of the gods, gift without equal.
Spiritfarer is a heartfelt and beautifully crafted adventure that blends gentle platforming with emotional storytelling and management elements. You play as Stella, the new fairy master tasked with guiding lost spirits to the afterlife. While the game's tone is warm and comforting, its themes are deeply introspective, exploring acceptance, healing, and the beauty of letting go. Platforming is woven naturally into the experience as you leap across islands, climb structures, glide through the air, and navigate your ever-expanding boat, which you customize with homes, workshops, farms, and shared spaces for your spirit passengers. Each spirit companion has a unique personality, quests, and story arc, and as you help them resolve their unfinished business, you form bonds that make their eventual departure both bittersweet and profoundly rewarding. Dex is a cyberpunk action platformer with strong RPG elements, offering a gritty, neon-soaked world filled with conspiracies, megacorporations, and digital warfare. You play as Dex, a mysterious woman suddenly hunted by a powerful organization due to her unique ability to interface with cyberspace without hardware. The game blends side-scrolling movement with real-time combat, stealth options, and a deep dialogue system, where choices influence how quests unfold. Exploration takes you through the layered streets of Harbor Prime, from underground slums to high-tech labs, each area filled with characters to meet, secrets to uncover, and branching missions that allow multiple solutions: fight, hack, sneak, persuade, or bribe. A standout feature is the hacking mechanic, which shifts into a twin-stick shooter-like cyberspace, where you battle digital threats and unlock doors, disable cameras, or steal data. Dust, an Elysian Tale, is a beautifully animated action platformer that combines fast, elegant combat with heartfelt storytelling and lush, painterly visuals. You play as Dust, a warrior who awakens with no memory and is guided by a sentient sword and its lively guardian, Fidget. As you journey through forests, mountains, caves, and ancient ruins, you uncover Dust's true identity while helping the inhabitants of a world teetering on the edge of destruction. The combat is silky smooth, allowing you to chain massive aerial combos, summon magical projectile storms, and mix swordplay with Fidget's ranged abilities in a visually spectacular dance of color and motion. Platforming is flexible and responsive, gradually expanding as you unlock abilities like double jumps, wall climbs, and special moves that open hidden passages and secret areas. Ebenezer and the Invisible World is a visually enchanting, hand-drawn action platformer that reimagines A Christmas Carol as a supernatural adventure. You play as Ebenezer Scrooge, now reformed and guided by benevolent spirits, who must protect London from a new threat fueled by greed and corruption. Scrooge is far from helpless. Various ghosts join him on his journey, granting unique abilities that let you traverse levels, solve environmental puzzles, and battle enemies with spectral flair. The game's world is rich with Victorian detail and painterly art, blending whimsy with a touch of gothic atmosphere. Exploration encourages curiosity, with hidden paths, upgrades, and narrative fragments that deepen the story's emotional resonance. Combat relies on spirit-based powers that can be swapped and combined creatively, giving each encounter variety and strategy. Eden Genesis pulls players into a dark, futuristic world where humanity teeters on the edge of destruction and technology merges with something far more mysterious. You take on the role of a lone survivor navigating abandoned facilities, twisted landscapes, and corrupted biomechanical environments. The platforming emphasizes precision, requiring you to master tight jumps, evasion moves, and environmental hazards, while uncovering secrets buried within the ruins. Combat is swift and impactful, relying on a mixture of melee strikes, energy weapons, and special abilities that unlock as you explore deeper into the story. The game's tone is somber and atmospheric, supported by striking visuals filled with glowing energy, ruined machinery, and symbolic imagery hinting at a larger narrative about creation, failure, and evolution. Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist, is a hauntingly beautiful action platformer that continues the spirit of Ender Lilies. With expanded movement, refined combat, and an even richer fantasy world. You play as Lilac, a young girl exploring a kingdom overtaken by toxic mists and fallen spirits. As you purify corrupted guardians, their abilities become yours, allowing you to grow stronger and more agile, transforming both combat and traversal. Platforming plays a major role as you navigate mist-covered forests, crumbling cathedrals, underground laboratories, and shifting magical realms, each area filled with secrets, shortcuts, and hidden lore. Combat is fluid and rewarding, letting you summon spirit allies, chain together elegant combos, and adapt to enemies with different resistances and attack patterns. The story unfolds through emotional encounters and atmospheric discovery rather than direct exposition. Erra Exordium is a story-driven action platformer set in a beautifully realized diesel-punk world inspired by ancient Mesopotamian culture and early 20th century aesthetics. You play as a weary war veteran navigating a society teetering on the brink of collapse, fighting rebels, cultists, and mechanical monstrosities as political tensions escalate. The platforming emphasizes deliberate movement, environmental awareness, and careful timing as you climb ruined structures, avoid traps, and uncover secrets within dense, atmospheric landscapes. Combat is grounded and weighty, centered on melee weapons, firearms, and tactical dodging that rewards patience and precision over button mashing. The narrative unfolds through conversations, environmental clues, and moral choices that slowly reveal the dark forces reshaping the world. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 revives the spirit of an 80s cult classic, transforming it into a modern action platformer while maintaining the retro charm of the original. Set in a mystical land frozen by dark forces, the game follows a lone warrior chosen by ancient spirits to restore balance. The platforming is tight and classic in style, with an emphasis on precision jumps, tricky enemy placements, hidden alcoves, and timing-based challenges that pay homage to old-school design. The updated visuals retain a nostalgic feel, but add modern detail, dynamic lighting, and fluid animation that make the world feel alive and enchanted. Combat is simple but satisfying, offering melee strikes, ranged tools, and magical abilities that grow stronger as you collect spirit energy throughout your journey. Secrets are tucked into nearly every stage, rewarding exploration with power-ups and alternate routes. Anima Flux is a cooperative sci-fi action platformer set in a dying world where humanity's last city is overrun by mutating creatures born from a failed experiment. You control one of 2 elite soldiers, either solo or in co-op, sent into dangerous quarantine zones to push back the infection and uncover the truth behind the catastrophe. The game's platforming mixes verticality, traps, and environmental hazards, with fast-paced combat that relies on shooting, dodging, and coordinated teamwork. Each character has unique abilities that complement one another, encouraging players to combine skills during encounters and puzzle sequences. The world is dense and atmospheric, blending gritty industrial environments with surreal biological corruption that grows more disturbing as the story unfolds. Enemy mutations escalate in complexity, forcing you to adapt your tactics and weapon loadouts. Astral Ascent is a gorgeous, fast-paced roguelite action platformer set within a mystical astral prison guarded by the 12 Zodiacs. You play as one of several escapees, each with their own personality, fighting style, and spellcasting abilities. The combat is fluid and expressive, built around chaining together elemental spells, dodges, aerial attacks, and character-specific techniques that let you create your own combat rhythm. Every run offers new spell combinations and upgrades, allowing you to experiment with different builds and strategies while navigating beautifully illustrated regions, such as crystal forests, glowing temples, and shifting sky realms. The Zodiacs themselves are memorable bosses, each designed with unique attack patterns, visual flair, and lore that gradually reveals the larger story behind the astral prison. Amber City is a serene and atmospheric puzzle platformer that places you in the role of a mysterious young girl exploring a forgotten city filled with glowing technology and remnants of a vanished civilization. The gameplay centers around manipulating light, redirecting beams, powering ancient machines, and illuminating pathways that alter the environment in beautifully subtle ways. Each puzzle is thoughtfully designed, offering challenges that rely on observation, timing, and creative thinking rather than speed or combat. The platforming is gentle and fluid, encouraging exploration as you uncover hidden messages and secrets that slowly reveal the emotional story behind the city's downfall. The hand-painted art style gives every environment a soft, dreamlike quality, while the ambient soundtrack enhances the sense of calm and discovery.